Ben McKee, West Rucker, Go Vols 24/7 here with our full court press inside of Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan, where Tennessee just knocked off Creighton to punch its second ever trip to the Elite Eight, only its second ever win in the Sweet 16, which is baffling when you think about that. And you and I on the Go Vols 24/7 podcast just talking about Tennessee needing to find a way to make a play to get over the hump. It went on an 18-0 run to get over the hump, but it also needed a couple more plays there at the end to officially get over the hump.
Yeah, there were a lot of moments in that game. But we've said throughout the year, like, maybe this Tennessee team is different. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. It's different. It's different. I mean, I think we can go ahead and call that now after what we saw in that game. There were so many opportunities there for Tennessee to kind of collapse a little bit, and it just didn't do it. I mean, there were moments where you thought early on, are they going to make a shot? Creighton's getting some pretty good looks. Just, not going exactly the way you want it to go. But they hung in there with Jonas Adu, a guy who didn't have a great game tonight. Tobe Awaka comes in for him and makes some huge plays down the stretch. Josiah Jordan-James, the past three halves of basketball, that's the Josiah Jordan-James who can shoot the basketball. And what a time for him to come back. My goodness, that was just huge. Ziegler doing Ziegler stuff. And, oh, by the way, Connect making, 25-footers and 28-footers, 30-footers, just huge, huge shots, contested shots, big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, and to your point about Tennessee being different, the difference was being able to make those shots down the stretch, because the foundation of this win was the foundation of Rick Barnes' program. That's defense and physicality. And Creighton in the first half, I did not think looked comfortable whatsoever. I think they were very annoyed by Tennessee's defense, and they were certainly annoyed and uncomfortable when Tennessee was going on that 18-0 run there in the second half. I mean, Creighton's a good offensive basketball team. 75 points, that's about the range that you would think. You just wanted to make sure they didn't approach 90, and Tennessee did a great job of making sure that did not happen.
Yeah, thank goodness for them the game didn't go another couple minutes, because Creighton all of a sudden started making everything in the last couple minutes. My goodness, that could have gotten interesting. But, Tennessee was able to speed Creighton up a little bit. And I even said it a couple times in the first half. It's just hard to make Creighton play at a pace it doesn't want to play. Those are old guys. They've been playing this game a long time. They're on the court every second of the game, basically. So, I mean, they know they have to pace themselves. But they don't commit fouls. They don't get in their own way. They just know how to play this game, and it is hard to speed them up. But you know what? Sakai Ziegler, Jemai Mashak, they sped them up a little bit. Yep. They didn't do it for 40 minutes, but they did it enough. And they did it certainly during that run. They got those guys out of sorts and really turned them over, got going in transition. Dalton Connect, not just scoring the basketball tonight, making a couple other plays here and there, doing different things. I think he even played defense a couple times, during this game. Just a lot of big moments.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were able to do it without Santiago Vescovi. Yeah. And Santi not able to go tonight because of the flu and kind of a last-second decision, just could not give it a go. And his teammates talked in the locker room after the game about really wanting to make sure that they won this for him, because although he didn't play tonight, he wasn't even in the arena, at least out here. He may have been back on the couch in the locker room for all we know. But they wanted to make sure that this wasn't his last game, and they did so. And, everybody hears Santiago Vescovi, they think offense. What you miss was his defense, because he has been terrific defensively the last couple of games. And against that Creighton offense, you wanted his defense out there. But Sakai Ziegler, he set the tone for the entire game. 40 minutes, one turnover on the offensive end. He was an absolute pest defensively. Jemai Mashak had Creighton in handcuffs. Another all-time defensive performance from Jemai Mashak. Jordan Gainey comes in off the bench and has a couple of big defensive plays as well. That again, it's the foundation of this program, and it's why they're going to the Elite Eight.
And you saw there are moments where it's easy for all of us to forget, even though we in this business, we try not to do it. But defense is half of the basketball game. It is. And when Tennessee had to go to the Tots a little bit in the first half, had to go to DeLeon for a little bit, went to Carr for a little bit, those guys just got lost a couple times. And
Carr made a big three in the corner.
Carr did make a big three in the corner. I absolutely don't want to take anything away from that. But you just see when those guys are out there, it makes you miss what's out there when those other guys are out there. Yes, I mean it is a different level of defense, and it is a program-wide commitment to doing it that way. And 95+% of the time that's what they do. And against a team like that, the Creighton that's so good positionally, so good spacing, not having Vescovy was a big deal in that game. It was a really big deal because, you know, they tried to put DeLeon out there for a couple minutes. He gave up, I think, 8 or 9 points pretty quickly that were just him getting a little bit lost.
Rick called a timeout to get him out of the game.
Yes, and he put Carr in for him, which worked out because Carr hit the 3 there in the corner behind us. But yeah, I mean, that's such a big bullet dodged. I mean, you know, Tennessee had some breaks that did not go its way, not a couple of weird bounces, some calls, a couple other things. But playing without Vescovy and giving up a few little spurts just simply because of that, and then overcoming that. And hey, that's like 3D chess now. He's been rested for 4 or 5 days. He'll be good to go against Purdue. Have at him.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Purdue, Tennessee and Purdue in the Elite Eight on Sunday at 2:20 p.m. Eastern. No more late tips. I know not only are we happy, but fans are happy watching from the house as well. Plenty of coverage coming up. It's after 1 a.m. here, so we're going to get this posted.
That's not even Good Friday anymore.
It's not even Good Friday, but Good Friday blended over into Good Saturday, and all of a sudden Easter Sunday will wake up and Tennessee will be playing to go to the Final Four for the first time in program history. So Tennessee and Purdue meeting with the media late tomorrow afternoon. We'll obviously have plenty of coverage, as we will also have coverage wrapping up this big win for Tennessee over Creighton in the Sweet 16. He's Wes Rucker. I'm Ben McKee.